If we're thinking according to the research, maybe 90% of the injuries we'll see will be to the proximal end of the rectus femoris. We're going to want to try and load the distal end of this area initially. So we're going to progress some eccentric knee dominant loading at this point. And there's a paper out there which looked at this from a different way, looked at it from like an injury prevention point of view and trying to gain desirable characteristics from that. And we'll take some of these exercises because they transfer nicely into exactly what we're going to want to achieve from a rehabilitation point of view. So the first one is like a box drop. So the patient will have a step on, they'll hang 1 foot over the edge and they'll go into a double leg landing. And you can see they're going to have to eccentrically absorb that load at the knee. So if you're okay just performing that for me again. So they're here, down, they're having to absorb eccentrically. Knee dominant activity, but nice and easy. Again, thinking about function, how are they absorbing it, how comfortable are they absorbing it, what ranges of knee flexion are they going into. This is all information that we're going to want to see. The second exercise from that paper was a reverse Nordic exercise. So we're going to bring a mat in, a little foam roller here for the patient to use to have underneath their feet. So from side on, it's a great view of what we're going to look to try and achieve. So we're looking for them to have their hands on their hips, and again, thinking this is a knee dominant action. So we want to see as much action as we can. We don't want to see too much lumbar extension. So we want to make sure that the movement we're getting is a genuine knee dominant action. We don't just want to see our patient moving and it's just because they're bending backwards. We want to see it all from the knee. Again, nice because it's a long length. We're getting that kind of isometric hold at the top as they're having to control and resist kind of hip flexion and lumbar extension, but we're also getting a really nice, strong eccentric load, knee dominant wise. Perfect. And then if you have a stand up for me. And then the third exercise that we'll use from that paper is some deceleration walks. So we're going to get our patient to hold on to the band. Actually, if we go this way so everyone can see. So if you start down there for me, we're going to get our patient to go into a nice squat position, and I'm going to apply that, and they're going to have to decelerate through. Again, you can see every step they're taking, they're having to decelerate at the knee, getting a strong eccentric contraction. That's exactly what we need.